Hey, everybody.
I
We
have
also
no
have
idea.
Khan with us today. And my Windows Movie Maker still doesn't work, so I haven't been able to add him to the credits.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Hey everyone.
Oh, yeah. And for added fun today, we have Neilk is in charge of operations, so hopefully, hopefully everything will go smoothly here.
What is a Hangout? How does it work?
Yes. Hey, everyone. Cool.
I normally direct stream. I don't use this thing.
Yeah, I don't have my computer today, so I'm entirely on mobile. So we had to have Neil start the hangout, and
It's like, what is this green thing?
we also don't really have a whole lot of topics to discuss. So
Guess
I don't know
hasn't
how
been
long
an
this is
eventual.
going to be.
Yeah, it hasn't been an eventful week.
Yeah, it's been pretty uneventful, which is kind of a good thing, I guess. But let's see what we.
You say uneventful. I mean, the Uranium One thing just keeps going and going, doesn't it?
Yeah, there is that.
Yeah.
The JFK files are absolutely nothing as usual. Hey guys, JFK was assassinated.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Well, I didn't get a chance to see the JFK files. There was nothing in particular that stood out in them.
You want to talk about that for a little bit?
We can, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Like I said, I didn't get a chance to see them, so I'm going to be kind of.
Well, basically, this is going to be a lot of different communications that existed between different people,
Okay.
different organizations, different offices. It's going to have every little thing. It's going to have them talking about how they want to portray the story to the media, or whatever. It's how they want to deal with the issue, and of course, that means it's going to look like they're trying to cover something up. Even though they're not. I mean, a president just got killed. They're trying to figure out how they should deal with it.
Yeah, exactly. They're trying to figure out how to persuade people that what happened, essentially.
Yeah. Templar, I think it was Templar was showing around an image.
Yeah, I did see Templar showing around a thing.
But it was literally just here it is. Let me see what he had when I find the window that I put these things into. There it is. Wow, this is hard to read. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's I was at work trying to see it. It's like, nope, I can't read this. I'll retweet it and try to read it later.
It looks like a photocopy of a photocopy.
Yeah.
The thing I am concerned about, and
okay.
So if Mr. whatever that name is having, wow, these words, something issued so we can convince the public that Oswald is the real assassin.
Oh.
Mr. that guy's name again, thinks that the president might appoint a presidential commission of 3 outstanding citizens to make a determination. I countered with the suggestion that we make an investigative report to the Attorney General with pictures, laboratory work, etc. Then the Attorney General can make the report to the President, and the President can decide whether to make it public. I felt this was better because there are, this is hard to read, obviously.
Yeah.
There are several aspects, okay, this is interesting. Several aspects which would complicate our foreign relations. For instance, Oswald made a phone call to the Cuban embassy in Mexico City, which we intercepted. It was only about a visa, however. So that part, by redacting that, they have now that it's been unredacted, made it more suspicious than it would have been at the time.
Yeah. That's interesting.
But that's the types of things that are in here, and this is the one Templar was shown around. Of course, with him, I can never tell if he's serious or not.
Nah.
Probably not.
I always assume he's not, but
yeah, this is the type of things that people are latching onto, and there's a lot of other types of things like this. And of course, Trump decided that he was going to hold back some stuff anyway. I think the jury's still not out on if that's going to stay held back. But yeah, some stuff did get held back. He got badgered enough by his intelligence services, I guess.
Fair enough.
Probably people who are still alive, probably.
Probably. That would make sense. Do we have the chat available also? I know you probably got rid of it to pull this up, but
Oh, no,
I can't access the chat except
It's
for
just
this.
that there's so few people interested.
Oh, that bad. Okay.
Yeah, here it's just that it's off screen because
There's
doesn't
nobody
fit.
there. Okay.
Yeah, if I switch scenes though, you'll see it probably.
Talking about how unpopular I am.
See, there you go. Now you can see it.
Oh, yay. Okay.
So popular.
So, speaking of classified bullshit or whatever, apparently Hillary Clinton's people helped fund the Russian dossier, which contained the fanfic that was apparently written by Pohl concerning Trump pissing on beds in Russia.
What was this group called again? I have GPS in my head.
Was it like a troll group?
No, an actual organization.
Yeah, it's meant to be the intelligence group that actually put it together.
I found
the
it.
company.
Fusion GPS. I wonder if I should open this horrible CNN article.
The Babby Solar audience. That's probably true.
Hey, no one gets to see my train wreck.
Well, they'll get to see it later. They won't get to see it live, though.
So let's see. CNN politics. I keep forgetting I have keyboard buttons now to do these things.
Yeah.
I should archive this, but I'm too lazy. Exclusive, eh? In Hill interviews, top Dems denied knowledge of payments to firm behind Trump dossier. So it's likely that I believe this dossier started as a Republican move against Trump. But
I think it is, yeah.
The primary was over. It was repurposed, and they received additional funding from Democrats.
Right.
I believe haven't statements been made now about this being against election codes or something?
I don't know anything on that. I mean, maybe. I just know the dossier was clearly full of shit.
It's hard to tell what parts of the dossier are legit and what parts are from 4chan or 8chan or what are the chants, because like I'm not sure if him going in the bathroom and yelling "I hate black people" was a joke part or not. I know
that's clearly a joke part. I mean,
are you sure it's clearly a joke part?
Oh yeah.
About it. You know what the what the definitely real actual part of the dossier had in it?
What's that?
That he would hire hookers, and they would pee on the bed of which Obama had used.
Yeah, I read that. That was.
I'm
we
sorry,
read that here
but
together.
that's equally as believable as going in a bathroom and yelling, "I hate black people."
Yeah, it's all bullshit.
Possibly at some black turds.
Like it's all bullshit.
Now, obviously, the one about tentacle porn is not true at all. Not even. Well, I say none of it's true. But you know what I mean? Not real.
Yeah, we're talking about Donald Trump, not Kurt Eichenwald.
Yes, I managed to find someone who wasn't watching the Baby Cup.
The Babby Cup.
The Babby Cup. Sorry, I don't watch the thing much.
Oh yeah, it's the Babbies.
I'm trying to find what it is, because there was a statement I heard, but of course I can't verify it without finding it. And we're in a state where we don't have any links on us right now.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, it was somewhat uneventful.
Somewhat. Well, basically, it wasn't really things like big things, big actions that happened. It was information coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is just hilarious, though. It was clearly an attempt to just throw mud at Trump, hoping to sour people's views of him without actually having anything.
Yeah, the thing with the dossier is like, the people that hated Trump were already going to hate Trump anyway. The dossier wasn't going to do anything to sway them one way or the other. And then the people that like Trump were going to like him already. And then they were going to know the dossier was bullshit. I don't think there was any in-betweeners that was like, I don't know if I like Trump or not. Oh my God, this dossier made me change my mind. Trump hates black people in the toilet.
Or I think the only part of the actual dossier might have been the pissing thing.
Yeah. It
just started, Billy Fighter, don't worry.
Yeah, you have
Billy Fighter.
Shit, I'm half tempted to invite Billy Fighter on here.
I don't know what would happen. I don't know him.
Oh, Billy Fighter's a cool guy. Well, yeah, I know him IRL.
Yes, but I'm the one with the control room today.
Oh yeah. Well, if he gets uppity, you can kick him out.
That's enough of that.
Just letting the power go to his head. This is great. I love it. It's a whole new side to Neil I've never seen before. Oh, Billy Fighter doesn't work. I guess that's not going to happen.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh well. Well, it's just hilarious. How hasn't this come out as a result of the continued investigation on Russia?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, we've got this coming to light. We have the Uranium-1 thing.
Oh boy. So, do you think anybody's going to actually do time over the Uranium-1 thing?
No.
I don't either. Yeah.
Not at all. They're going to be perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's kind of where I'm at too.
Unless someone informs, then they'll be doing time in the grave.
Yeah.
Because this is Hillary Clinton. This is the Clintons we're talking about. There's probably a strike force somewhere already.
Oh,
I hope they don't know where we are. There's not too much to say on this stuff, honestly, because it's the same dossier we talked about, a year ago now?
Yeah, we talked about it when the election went down. When it first came out, we were laughing about it then.
I'd like to imagine the I hate black people part was actually in there, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
I thought it was.
Was it?
Maybe not. Maybe not. I know that it came off like a really bad fanfic.
About Trump?
Yeah, and it was like, really? You guys believe this shit?
Someone should compare the quality of writing to Hillary Clinton's book.
It's probably about the same. Although in the dossier, I don't think there was any ad references to Pepperidge Farm or anything such as that.
Yeah, the pure amount of product placement in that was amazing.
That was amazing. Just wait, what? How much did Pepperidge Farm pay for this paragraph? The Chipotle at the very beginning, started with a Chipotle burrito bowl. Really?
That's right.
Well, nothing's going to happen from this. We all know nothing's going to happen from this.
Of course not. Nothing ever happens to those people.
It used to be funny, but now it's just sad. They're just as corrupt as everyone else.
Oh, so
Oh, I heard Hillary Clinton was interested in running for the next election.
I hope she does. Because it's going to go exactly like the last election, and she's going to lose again. Because she's a horrible human being.
What happened?
And she can write a book called "What Happened Again." What happened this time?
That's great. I like that. What happened this time? Yeah, that's. It's like the Wii U of books.
Yeah, honestly, if I expect in what's the next election, 2020? I think it's probably going to be Elizabeth Warren, and that actually scares me because she's got a chance of winning.
Isn't she Pocahontas, or is that a different?
Yes, that's Pocahontas.
Yes, she's Pocahontas. Actually, really shocked she didn't run for this election.
We can completely destroy her ability to get votes with SJWs just by pointing out her cultural appropriation.
Yeah, but I don't think that'll matter in 2020.
Yeah, they won't care.
They tend to turn a blind eye to their own shit anyway, for the most part.
Yeah, but it'll work in the primary. You got to get Hillary Clinton back up there. Honestly, if it was Hillary Clinton again, don't you think she'd be the final ticket? Because they wouldn't. They just, they'd feel the burn everybody, except for her.
I don't think Hillary will run again. Honestly, that's.
Well, I don't think her health will hold up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's that too. But it's usually like once somebody runs and like loses, they're done. Like they don't. There's not really a precedent for running a loser a second time.
Actually, famously, William Jennings Bryan.
Yeah, that's the only one I could think of.
3 times.
Yeah, like that's the only one I could think of other than Richard Nixon.
Did Nixon win his second attempt?
He did, but there was like a big gap there.
Well, he had to prepare and everything, but Hillary Clinton's on an accelerated timetable. The blood transfusions only work so long. Well, yeah, actually that's a good point that the chat mentions. It sounds like a cell phone company or something. This what are they called? I've already lost the name completely. That's great. Good job, mate. Fusion GPS.
Oh, yeah, it kind of does.
It sounds like a cell phone manufacturer or something that came from that used to make GPS devices for hiking before cell phones became popular. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like just a generic tech company name.
Yeah, it does. Trying to think, kind of what was that like Spanish like super weapon or whatever? They were anti-terrorist weapon, the Chrono device or something like that.
The
Chronos device.
Yeah, the Chronos device. Yes.
Which I figure is probably just a cell phone data capture device.
Probably.
But the name Chronos is like, what does it do? Does it stop time? Oh, that's that. Yeah, it probably literally. It probably records and timestamps literally everything in the area electronically. Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Probably.
It's probably like a flight data recorder only for cell phone signals.
So let's see, what other topics do we have? Concerning the Las Vegas shooter. So apparently, like, they were searching his stuff, and he had a laptop there, but the hard drive was missing. Which brings the question, why would you bring a laptop with no hard drive to the scene of a crime?
The first question is, did he bring a laptop without a hard drive to the scene of a crime?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like, did somebody take the hard drive? Like, I mean, obviously someone took it because it's not there. But yeah, the whole Las Vegas thing is just one big clusterfuck.
Well, okay, so let's see. It's a laptop hard drive, which means it's small. Is it a nice laptop? Is it a laptop that uses an M2 factor solid state, or is it using a normal small factor hard drive solid state thing?
I don't know. I didn't see the laptop.
Of course, we haven't seen anything. Well, we have seen his dead body because those.
And of course, there's all the mysterious stuff happening around Jose's Campos.
Yeah, where his story doesn't add up now, and which story it doesn't make any sense, honestly. Like, the original story with him was that he had actually caused the shooting to stop because he had his interruption of it caused it to stop, basically. But then the story after that was that his encounter with the shooter happened before he started shooting.
Hmm.
So, which is it?
That's interesting.
Like, if it's the first one, he would be a hero, and if it's the second one, it shows a breakdown in communications.
Yeah.
And then even then, no one agrees on the timeline. MGM, it is MGM, right?
Yeah, it's MGM. MGM owns the
Casino.
casino things.
They
Okay.
apparently sequestered him or something and had him only go on a show which they actually controlled. That's why he didn't. That's why he disappeared. It didn't show up in any of the interviews he had scheduled. Because he ended up showing up on a show which was on a network owned by MGM. Was it Ellen DeGenerate or DeGeneres?
Yeah, it's Ellen DeGeneres'
Oh, DeGeneres.
show.
I always accidentally call her Degenerate.
You're not wrong. It's not an accident.
Exactly. That's not an accident. But apparently there's Ellen DeGeneres slot machines at their casinos.
Of course there is. Ooh.
Ellen DeGenerate is one of those verbal things I have. Like when I try to say lexic and I accidentally say dyslexic.
Instead of what?
I try to say lexic and I accidentally say dyslexic. I'm trying to say it wrong on purpose, then I end up saying it correctly.
That's funny.
You have no idea how carefully I had to say that twice now. Yes, Hollywood's lesbian gay mafia. Look out for Hollywood. They're
Hollywood. Hollywood's a mess, man. Like in a good way. I mean, not in a good way, but in a way where it's like falling apart.
One more thing on the Las Vegas subject. There's also the woman who said there were multiple shooters and they were getting chased around basically by different shooters shooting. She died of epilepsy.
Yes.
Did it give any more details?
I don't know. Let me look that up.
You don't normally die of epilepsy. You die of falling due to epilepsy, or you die of another condition that is also causing epilepsy. You don't normally die of epilepsy.
Let's see. A Vegas survivor who died suddenly had planned a group to expose cover up Kimberly Shamel.
Here's some InfoWars for everyone.
Yeah.
Break the conditioning.
Yeah, I believe media was covering up multiple shooters. She died days after surviving the ill-fated country music festival shooting.
I mean, if she was going to die of a stress-induced situation, I think it would have happened sooner than that.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, yes, I forgot about that.
What's that?
Las Vegas shooter's brother pleads not guilty in court after child pornography arrest. So
oh, yes.
The shooter's family has a few criminals in it. He was born, I believe, while his father was on the run after escaping prison and had never seen his father after that. His brother was already, I believe, under investigation for child pornography before this.
Okay.
So. And it just finally came to a head. He's actually angry at his now dead brother for publicizing his acts.
It's like, how dare you go on a shooting spree and get me busted for my smut?
Yes. Really?
Yeah. Apparently, the brother lives in North Hollywood.
Oh, of course he does. Oh, that explains a lot.
Oh, really? That's so odd.
What a cesspool! Like that place needs to be like purged from the earth.
Yep, it's a modern day Sodom.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, there's
Hollywood and DC make the world a better place.
There's no solutions for Hollywood without getting ended.
The older brother was the one that interviewed the. Okay, yeah, it was the older brother was interviewed on TV. The younger brother is the child porn guy, according to
Yes, there
Yidris.
are. That is
Yeah.
correct. The brother who was interviewed on TV has done nothing wrong in any way that we know of.
As of yet.
I believe he also started attempting to reconnect with his family members because apparently they were kind of estranged from each other. So he seems like the normal one.
Yeah, I believe that.
There's a normal one in every family.
Are you the normal one, Neil?
No.
No.
No, my brother's the normal one. Well, actually, no, he's not. I found out he does pony stuff.
He does what?
Never mind. Moving on. Look, I found his DeviantArt page.
Did you just out your brother as a brony?
I don't know, actually. I found his DeviantArt page. Well, I honestly don't know other than that. I just know he does the arts of the ponies.
Yeah, somebody there says the older brother's going to end up being a supervillain, I bet. I can't see who that is. Is that Yidris or is that somebody else?
Yes, it's Idris.
Yeah, that looks like Yidris.
How
The
blurry is
little
your
live
screen?
button is covering right over his name.
I can't do anything about that.
Yeah, that's not your fault.
Let's see. Is there anything else on this Las Vegas guy? Oh, I was starting to say his hard drive. We all know the size of a laptop hard drive, correct?
Yeah.
So he obviously didn't throw it out the window because they would have found pieces of it.
Correct.
He couldn't flush a full-size hard drive. An M2, he'd still probably have trouble flushing. He could have booted it from a thumb drive and flushed that. Or maybe a few days before he went out and he tossed the hard drive in the desert.
But then why would you bring the laptop with you?
If he brought the laptop and the hard drive together, used them for a bit, wrote some notes on that piece of paper, and then took the laptop hard drive out, went out into the desert, disposed of it, came back, and then performed the act, that I guess could be it.
That sounds like a bit much, though. I mean, maybe.
Yeah, it sounds like a bit much. Oh, you mean like the pile of firearms? A bit much. A bit
There
much.
is that.
A bit much.
And he also had cameras.
Yeah. Okay.
I think everything he did was a bit much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll concede your point there. That is a possibility. A bizarre one, but yeah, still definitely one.
Yes, Google. I wanted to search for Las Vegas shooter hard gun drives. Yeah, sure. Stupid autocomplete. I was trying to see if I can find a picture of his original gun pile, but of course it's hard to find that stuff now.
Peter says, or maybe, just maybe, the FBI took it and it mysteriously vanished.
Oh, that's certainly possible. It's also possible that there was another shooter and they took it. We're still not very clear. And we talked last week, I think it was, about how, or maybe the week before, about all the I forget when this happened exactly, about all of the events that people thought were occurring simultaneously at other casinos. That people were panicking, running all over the place, and they knew nothing about the original event. They just thought that their hotel was under attack, and the police were acting like it was, which could have just been the initial confusion, but still. Combine that with the missing hard drive, the constantly changing story of Jesus Campos, who I keep wanting to call Jesus. It's not looking good for this. It's also the fact that the FBI wipes the phones and computers of all of the people who were at the event. Apparently, standard procedure. So, like, even their phone logs are gone from that period of time.
Whole thing's a mess.
Which means that I heard it was streaming. The concert was streaming on Periscope, and some people actually saw the one woman die, who got shot in the head. So there should be evidence out there because as long as someone recorded it, and if the stream on Periscope was going, it was available briefly before it was taken down. I'm sure. So someone probably snagged it using a downloader.
Probably. All right, let's
More
let me see.
mysteries.
It's just crazy. And then on top of that, like, somebody broke into the shooter's house. Like, I think it was the day after the shooting.
Oh, chat points out that one of the other hotels where people were freaking out was actually in audible range of the gunshots. So that would make sense.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, yes, his house was broken into. It was after FBI had searched it, but it was still broken into. So if they had anything they missed and they were going to catch it on a second search, it might be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like so much. There's so much bullshit that's going on around this thing, and they're being really like dodgy about giving information out. And it's like there's clearly something more going on than what they're telling us. But it's one of those things where it's like who the fuck knows what it is.
Okay, this is interesting. Chat's saying that a mile away isn't audible range. I kind of thought it was for gunshots like that. Because I can, when I'm a mile away, I'm pretty sure I can hear my uncle firing his weapon. Ah, okay, it's Vegas that's the problem. Yeah, I guess you're right. Hey, you shouldn't be able to hear that with all the cars. And like, you wouldn't know. You would hear it, but you wouldn't. Like everything else would be louder. So it is okay.
You got all the crowd. You got the.
So that does make the other event strange. If it's too far away to know what the noise is because of all the other noise pollution, you wouldn't have heard the gunshots. And yet people were running for their lives. And yes, he is correct when he talks about the police scanner saying that multiple locations were under attack, because that's the news initially reported multiple locations were under attack too. And it could all be confusion, but then the question becomes, how did the confusion and hysteria reach those other locations if they can't hear the gunshots over the sound pollution? Like, my suggestion on these types of things is to try to figure out what would make no conspiracy be true. Like try to figure out what would have to happen for there to not be a conspiracy. And the problem here is that somehow those people in that casino need to be afraid, frightened, and running.
Yeah.
Although I guess it could just be police showing up that would cause it. Like tons of police show up with lots of guns and stuff, and everybody starts running. That could do it. But still, that's weird. And people talked about hearing gunshots.
Yeah, it's just an entirely weird situation.
And like you said, it really doesn't help the local police, the local sheriff and whatnot's being really dodgy about it.
I still can't believe that the FBI wiped freaking phone records off of phones. Your call log from around the time of the concert, if you were there during the shooting and your phone was taken in, was wiped from the con. What the fuck is that for?
That is absurd.
Honestly, with respect to Tower 7 makes sense to me. My brother's an architect and of course to do architecture, you actually do need to have an engineering background.
Right.
And we've looked at that, and it does actually Tower 7 does actually make perfect sense. Just FYI.
Why would you say that? Like, where's the sense to be made, I guess?
A chat mentioned Tower 7.
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying, like, what makes you think that Tower 7 makes sense?
Oh, it's when you have any building with a fire that burns for that long, it's gonna weaken the structural integrity of the building, and then the way that building is constructed is very unusual. So it doesn't have a normal distribution of load. Okay. So when you combine those two factors together, it becomes very likely that the building would collapse if it was not, the fire wasn't put out. People don't realize how much damage fire does. I mean, you should see what happened to a burn barrel when we left it burning too long. I mean, that thing's a big metal barrel, and it's deformed quite heavily, and under its own weight, it deformed. And it's just a metal barrel.
Yeah.
So the truth is, a lot of these things can actually make sense with the full facts and information. And yet they're holding this back because it's an investigation. And yet we all know that once the investigation is done, they're not going to release this information. Reminds me of JFK.
Yeah, in about 5 years, we're going to probably get a absolutely huge report where half of it is blocked off with black boxes.
Oh, it's too bad. It's too bad. It's after the period of time where they thought that you could draw a black box in Adobe and it counted. It actually happens. The government put out documents that had the black boxes drawn on top of the digital document.
Okay.
So the text was still under the black box. Now they black box it. Even if they do it digitally, they print it and scan it again, and then they distribute it. They're not so stupid anymore. But yeah, I forget what it was, but something did get leaked that way, where they actually put out documents in a release, and it had the info in the document under the black boxes. It was amazing. Just remember Obama's birth certificate and the layers.
Oh yeah,
I still love that.
It's like this is clearly real, guys. This is totally real. You know, the thing is with that, like, even if it came out tomorrow, like with absolute proof and Obama's confirmation that those birth certificates were fake, it doesn't matter now because it's not going to erase the fact he was in office for 8 years.
Yeah, and also it's possible that it was a recreation, because you can have reissued birth certificates and stuff. Maybe it was a reissue, but they didn't actually show every. They didn't want it to show as a reissue, so they didn't say it was a reissue.
Yeah.
But then they were so dumb they made it digitally, and they didn't. You'd be shocked how much stupid shit happens with our government.
Oh, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be shocked.
And yet it all sounds like conspiracies. All these things seem like conspiracies. And each one, the older it is, the less like a conspiracy it seems, and the more like just complete idiocy it seems. But the more recent it is, the more like a conspiracy it is. And I wonder if that's just because we know more details, and as the things get older, we lose those details, and then it stops looking like a conspiracy and just starts looking stupid. Oh, God, not Michael Moore.
What's going on with Michael Moore?
This looks like a job for Michael Moore. No, not fat sack of shit. He should do a movie trying to prove the flat Earth. That'd be great. It's probably right in his IQ range.
Oh, Michael Moore. Yeah, fuck that guy.
It's like Billy Fighter. I play KS.
Neilk is definitely not a flat earther.
That's true. Live streaming is what makes this interesting. They can't delete records. Everyone has cameras in their pockets. Everyone is off to pull out their cameras the first moment something happens. The bystander effect no longer causes people to stand by and do nothing. It causes people to stand by, pull out their camera, record, and do nothing.
Yeah. I like it because it's it pretty much nullifies the media. And it's like, the media can put whatever spin they want on it, but the fact of the matter is you got somebody on site with a camera that's filming the whole thing. They're probably going to have better information about it than the media will.
Just wait until CSI starts collecting all of the media about an event, time coding it, and then building a virtual model you can walk through from it. Kind of like CSI Miami did, only not fiction. CSI Miami, there was some event where everyone was taking a picture when something happened. So they took every single picture and they built a massive computer collage with it.
I was the grassy knoll shooter. Probably.
No, that was Ted Cruz.
My favorite take on that was Red Dwarf. I don't know if y'all saw that or not, but they had an episode where they accidentally Lister wants to go back to Earth to get some curry, and they have a time machine now. So they go back, but they accidentally go into the book depository and fuck up Lee Harvey Oswald's shot, so Kennedy survives. And then because Kennedy survived, everything went to hell in nuclear war. So it was all bad. And then so they go back, they go into the new timeline, and Lister convinces Kennedy that he has to go back in time and shoot himself behind the grassy knoll to save the world.
Kennedy killed Kennedy. So wait, if he kills himself, does he cease to exist, or does he continue to exist?
After he shoots himself, he fades out of existence.
I would feel like he would exist as a paradox because he's disconnected from the initial event stream, but I have different opinions on time travel.
Yeah. But it was a pretty good episode.
One of my opinions on time travel, it's impossible. Stop trying.
That was the only real episode of time travel they did.
You
Like
go
when they
forward, you
first got
can't
the
go
time
back.
machine, they're just like, okay, let's test it. Let's go back to the year, 10. Let's go back to the year, 900 AD. So they like go back to 900 AD. They're like, well, nothing's happened. It's like we're still in a spaceship, like 100 million miles away. Like, what did you expect was going to happen? Like nothing's
That's kinda
changed. Like,
That is kind of funny. That is like, yeah, you can travel forward in time. You can't travel back. We travel forward in time every day. You can travel faster forward though by going really quick.
yeah.
Or was it really? Yeah, really quick. Although you don't actually move faster, you just you move slower, but everything else moves faster. Physics. I get the physics.
Let's
You don't want
see.
me to go into physics. We won't stop talking.
Probably not. See, Hollywood's a wreck, I guess. Like everybody's being outed as some kind of sex fiend in Hollywood, which is no surprise.
Who's been arrested for marijuana again?
Oh, right. Corey Feldman. He got arrested for marijuana, but I think it was like possession, but I don't think they were able to hold him. So, like, I think he's out now, but yeah, they busted him for marijuana possession.
Yeah,
I think
isn't
he was
that
able.
odd?
Yeah, it was like real convenient timing. I guess one of his friends had it, but like had like a license for like medical marijuana, so they weren't able to hold him.
Oh, that's interesting. So yeah,
Yeah.
of course, let's say is he the one who started a Kickstarter or something? Let's see if I can find. Actually, I want to show that. Let's see if I can bring that up. If I'm thinking of the right thing. First, I have to spell his name.
Corey.
Ah, oh, it's an Indiegogo. It's not even a Kickstarter. Can't even use the real Kickstarter. You can use Indiegogo. Oh wow, he's at wow, that's a lot of money. Look at that. Oh, my stupid speed things. Go away, speed controls. There you go. Okay, so what are the? So he starts this Indiegogo campaign to collect money to do a documentary, of which he'd probably have to involve some of these sex pests and pedophiles to do, probably at lower levels, to do a documentary about his and other sexual abuse that happens to child actors and actresses and things. What the fuck? Apparently, there have been like one or two people in the past who have tried to come out with this, and both of them turned up dead.
Yeah, there was what was this? Corey Haines or Corey Hines? I think Corey Haines.
I find the name ironic.
He came out and then he hanged himself. Theoretically, although he might genuinely have hanged himself due to the trauma of it. I don't know who else. I know Elijah Wood came out with saying stuff about it. I'm wondering if something happened with River Phoenix specifically, because he was like a child actor who died pretty young.
The question is,
I'm wondering if that.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, don't. What the hell is this guy doing? Why is he's like parading around saying, I'm going to talk about this, I'm going to talk about this, I'm going to make a documentary. I'm not going to turn up dead. I mean, does he expect that they've gotten so reckless that they're going to slip up and make it obvious, like they're going to make an attempt to kill him and fail? I mean,
I don't know.
I've heard claims that this guy's actually like admitted, like said who it was on TV shows, but those were pre-recorded shows, so it just never aired that section. I don't know if that's true though, but I've heard that.
That could
because the people who run the shows also are, when you're dealing with a bunch of powerful people, it's not one person, it's a bunch of people. And when there's a bunch of people who are very rich and very powerful, you're not going to cross them successfully unless you do it live. It's just like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Make a video statement, upload it to every YouTube channel you can open, upload it to every video platform you can find, upload it to Pornhub. Your statement will
Probably
be
a
out
better
there.
chance of staying up there.
It just needs to be out long enough for people to find it and start mirroring it themselves. Oh dear, I've got feedback again.
Yeah, no, I'm not certain what exactly he's doing as far as that goes, but I'm hoping something comes from that.
We're just gonna have to deal with the mouth of the avatar randomly moving on its own. Oh, it stopped. Every time I
Did it
mention
stop
it, it
moving
stops.
randomly, or just stop altogether?
It stopped glitching. Yeah, every time I mention it, it stops. That's how it works. I'm a master programmer. That's what I've done. So, yeah. The only thing I can think is that he's trying to make them slip up, make them try to stop him, and in a way that he can't just be brushed under the carpet. I mean, what's gonna happen? He's gonna have a car accident and die.
Yeah,
Probably.
I was say if well, that's the thing though. If something happens to him, you know that they're covering something up.
He has a family, doesn't he? I mean, he
I
had
don't know.
marijuana. Let's say he has a car accident. One of his family people says he was depressed or something. You don't know. They've been given money under the table, but they say he
Well,
was
he does have drug.
depressed and acting odd.
He
And
does have
then,
issues with drugs in the past. Like that's a known thing. But you know,
like his car, like the brakes fail in his car or something, and it's a known issue. Or maybe or the accelerator pedal sticks because with a known issue or something, like recalls happen after that or something. I don't know. But something happens. Because he's on pot, he doesn't deal with it properly because reasons. Because pot does reduce your reaction time. It also makes you drive slower normally, but it
yeah,
reduces your reaction time. And then next thing you
gunshots
know,
to the back of the head.
yeah, everyone just
Committing suicide by a dozen gunshots back to the head.
this is Hollywood. I think they can make a convincing looking suicide or even accident. They do it every day in movies.
Well, I hate to say it, but they don't even need to make it look convincing.
True. I mean, they own all the police probably.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, the Hollywood, the LAPD's always been very corrupt and in the pocket of Hollywood.
Oh, then yeah, it's.
He
He'd be
has
better
a
off sticking
family.
out of
I
there.
don't think he's trying to murder himself, Chad. I think he's trying to. I think he's trying to make himself such a giant, blinding, bright target that he doesn't get hit.
That could be.
What's probably going to happen is his documentary is going to come out in a few years, and it's not going to have much in it, and it's just going to go over everyone's head and be done.
You're probably right, which is unfortunate.
Also, look at how much he's raised out of his goal.
Oh,
He
yeah.
only has 2 months left, so and it's flexible funding, so no matter what, he still gets it. Let's look at the rewards. These rewards look ridiculous. Social media recognition. Corey will give a personal acknowledgement on Twitter for any $100 donator if you leave your @name in the comments section, along with a copy of your receipt for purchase. This is Indiegogo. Why don't you just use Indiegogo's system to do it? That's weird. Signed CD. It's Angelic CD. I guess he did music. $1,000. Personal email of gratitude. Yes, $1,000. I guess he's expecting to get large donations.
Probably.
Let's see. Actually, I didn't check the claim counts. Let's check the claim counts. $6,700, $28, $100. Wait, but this is confusing. It says this is the same as the $50 perk. There is no $50 perk. There's 100 and 100, but these are both normally 200. They're apparently on sale. I didn't know you could put things on sale. What is this
I
shit?
didn't either. Interesting. No, I'm not very familiar with Indiegogo, though, to be fair.
So this 1,000 is normally 2,000 for personal gratitude in an email. It's 10,000. It's normally 20,000 for tickets to a film premiere, to the film premiere probably of this thing, and the email letter and everything. Oh no! Okay, I found the $50. I found the $50
CD.
level.
Are we in the 90s? Yeah, no kidding.
I found the $50. Well, it's autograph, so a CD does work best for autographing.
Mm.
I found it. It's the $50 one is here. It's just all 100 are claimed. There was only 100, I guess, because of the physical item. This guy's expecting to get all big donations.
Yeah, you're probably right.
You're not going to get any investor class because the investor class is part of the problem. You should be collecting, if you're going to actually be doing this, you should be collecting tons of tiny donations. Although I guess he kind of is, because these are the perks. I'm sure a lot of donations probably come in for under $50, under $100.
Probably.
Like, look at the backer count, actually. It's so many that the site doesn't know how to handle it because it only put 1 comma, even though it should have put 2. So let's just check this. Let's do a little math real quick. Let's do the math. Wow, that's actually pretty abysmal. Hold on. I'm gonna open my calculator. We're gonna do this right here, right now, and live.
All right, let's see.
Here we go. We have 143. Wait, that's not 143. 143,222 US dollars divided by 2,976,960 backers. Okay, the average backing is about 5 cents.
Wait,
no,
the
that
average
can't be right.
No.
No, that's not right at all. There's no way that's right. The site is the site's broken. That's why.
Oh. That explains it.
It's this is not 2,976,960. This is something else. It's 2,976 backers, comma some other number with no space there, because their web designers are horrible degenerates. I'm gonna do this again properly and see what the actual donation is. Fuck me. $48.
$48. That sounds about right.
That sounds more sensible. That's 100 CDs right there. I lost my maths there for a minute. But seriously, look at this. Oh shit! I clicked on it. I could see how this would be very confusing. Well, I mean, I can see it was. Wait, where'd it go? Stupid website. What are you doing to me? Okay, yeah. See, look. It says. Look at the backer number here. See it?
2,926.
But now, if I zoom out back to the zoom I was at, look at what it says now. 2,976,960. Indiegogo, you suck. Fix your website. Matter of fact, I'll fix your website. Fucking degenerate. Shit, son of a bitch. There. Garbage website. Personalized tweet for $100. Yeah, I know, right? Isn't it amazing? So yeah, he's actually getting $50 a pop generally. And he's all out of CDs already. That's
I
interesting.
wonder if I could charge to do shout outs on social media. Probably not.
No, you're not famous
Mm,
enough.
no, I'm not. You're right.
And again, I don't know if he's famous enough.
Well, clearly he is.
Oh well.
Yeah, exactly. This guy's still getting over $100,000.
This is just weird. What is this guy doing? I don't. Anyone have any guesses on what he's up to?
Mm. Well, I think his acting career is pretty much done. So
Yeah, I think he's just trying to branch out into something new.
Panhandling?
Yeah, panhandling.
It's like, how are you gonna do a documentary in Hollywood about Hollywood and not have it go to shit? What are you doing? I don't get it.
Also, the fact that he's trying to get basically a Hollywood budget for it.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the part that's really weird to me.
You could do this shit for $1,000, and you know, and most of the $1,000 would be to pay for software. And being who he is, he already has access to hardware that does that stuff, I'm sure. So what the hell are you doing? I mean, if you don't know how to travel cheaply, then maybe you had to add a few thousand on there if you had to fly around to different places. But you don't, because it's all in Hollywood.
Hollywood. Yeah.
Besides, you shouldn't be getting on an airplane. The airplane will probably crash.
There's that.
Oh dear. Yeah, I don't know what to think about this other than he can't possibly be serious. Unless there must be something else going on. He must be expecting someone to try to kill him and fail or something. Because let's face it, Hollywood has become what's the word? You don't know? They've become very sloppy. I mean, look at Weinstein.
Weinstein. Well, yeah, it's like after the Weinstein thing came out, it's like they kind of see. I don't really know what to make of it because, like, yeah, they did get sloppy, but it seems more than that. Like,
Also, something about Weinstein. He went after women. That's apparently worse than going after children in Hollywood.
well, yeah, because these are feminists, so of course,
Especially when the children are now adults and they're talking about it, because now they're just viewed as adults.
yeah.
Especially if they're men. So that didn't help. I figure the whole feminist petard thing was probably part of the problem. Well, I say
well,
problem. Part of the problem for him, not the actual problem.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, yeah, but they had to co-opt it and make it about them. You know, that's what they do.
I don't see how Corey Feldman's going to get anywhere with this. He's going to turn up dead, or no one's going to care, because he's just a famous guy who doesn't do any acting anymore, I'm guessing.
I don't know. I don't think he does a whole lot.
And he got arrested for drugs. He's probably on the drugs, they're going to say. And
well, he is on drugs. They know that. That's a known thing.
It's Hollywood. Everyone's on the drugs.
Yeah, but he was known for being on the drugs. Part of the whole child actor descends into madness thing.
Oh, wow. He had one of those, eh?
Oh,
apparently,
he was a huge child actor in the 80s.
Apparently, the few child actors who are protected, like they get followed around everywhere by someone, protecting them or preventing them from getting, raped, they seem to be the ones who don't self-destruct. It seems like it's not the fame and the money that causes the kid to self-destruct. It's the other things.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, too.
Yeah.
It's like,
makes you wonder how many have self-destructed. You sit there and start counting it. You're like, it's so many, it's a meme.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, like Macaulay Culkin, Corey Feldman, the Olsen twins.
Oh god, that probably twins. That probably didn't go well.
Yeah, and then I guess like who was it? There were some people. Some of the people came out. Some of the actresses that came out said they were messed with as children. I guess Molly Ringwald and who's the other one? Reese Witherspoon. Trying to think. The only child actor and then holy shit, Jake Lloyd. He went schizophrenic.
Oh my. So there's a reasonable chance that it's because they're victims of things and not because they were rich and powerful as kids.
Yeah, I mean, I would say like the only counter example I know to the whole child actor thing is Frankie Muniz. Like he turned out pretty okay, but like he just retired like age 21. Like okay, I'm done. But yeah, that's the only child actor I can think of off the top of my head that didn't turn out to be like a total train wreck.
And yet, I honestly don't think anything's going to end up being done about this.
No, probably not. Well, it's hard to say because, like you said, Hollywood's like really eating itself right now.
Yeah, but the last group that goes probably the pedophiles. They usually
probably
stick together.
Yeah, it's like they're probably gonna be the last to go unless some real hard evidence comes out and that they can't really hide. If I suspect if one does get outed, the first one's probably going to be that Dan Schneider guy that works with the Nickelodeon kids, who's
yeah.
Have you seen it? Have you seen the stuff on that, Neil?
No, actually.
Oh yeah, like this dude, he works with like all the Nickelodeon shows with like the kids and stuff, and he's like obsessed with their feet. In like every episode he directs, like he has this focus on like the little girl's feet, like all the time.
What the hell?
Hold on, let me.
What the? What? What the?
I'm not even. Yeah, like.
What?
It's like worse than Tarantino levels of bad.
What? The feet.
Feet, yeah. Let me.
I'm concerned that you're trying to find something on your phone.
Yeah.
Although I can still hear you, which is good. I think it's if you play audio that you self.
Yeah, I searched Dan Schneider feet.
I'll see what comes up. Let's see. Dan Schneider feet. Google fixes my spelling.
Oh, there's an ED article on it.
Dan feet scene writer Schneider.
Yeah.
I like the out of the loop on Reddit. Why is Dan Schneider being referred to as a pedophile? Maybe that's what I need to look at.
As much as I wouldn't normally recommend it, Encyclopedia Dramatica actually has a really good article pretty much cataloging like all his instances of foot episodes.
Oh my god, look at this. What the fuck is this? What is wrong with this person? Jesus Christ, I am concerned. Oh dear. Do you see this?
Is that him?
I don't know.
Right on the bottom of your foot?
Because
of course it is.
It appears to be an official Twitter account. And then look at all of these feet. That's really creepy. That's really, really creepy.
Yeah, apparently Sam and Cat is some sort of teen sitcom.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Dan Schneider as the producer.
Oh, yeah. It's on the ED article. It's one of the many shows it made when Schneider thought he could potentially get arrested when he was stashing iCarly porn from his flash drives.
What
Uh,
the fuck?
It's ED, so it's written intended to be ridiculous.
No, I found something else. I'm just scrolling to make sure that it's all above board. But seeing as it's all from images from Disney, I'm guessing it's probably safe to show. Oh my god, what the shit? Okay,
Damn the child.
first, I love how Nickelodeon logo here is a foot.
Oh yeah.
That's
Now, granted, that's kind of always been Nickelodeon's thing.
yeah, and then Rosal feet. Yeah, we saw that one. But is that
Wooly
a
Ramsey's
stripper pole?
achievement unlocked of weekly breaking of Neil's mind.
Is that a stripper pole? With his kids?
Yeah, probably.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Look, oh, okay, let's just look through this, these scenes from Nickelodeon shows. I think it's a Disney episode. The next shows. Oh, what's other, look, all that ketchup all over those feet. That's perfectly normal. More foot stuff. Okay, there's the creepy guy. What? Okay. Oh
Yeah.
god, what is that? Oh dear. Why is there a foot on that person's ear?
That's just weird. I'll rub your feet.
Okay.
What the heck is she putting her foot in?
I don't know, but do you want to go for a drive? Do you want to go into our room and watch Too Cute? We have 4 on our DVR. I'll rub your feet. More foot things, more feet, more feet. Oh my god, a bag full of feet. What is even happening? What the fuck? This person is licking a foot. Oh no, they're eating a foot. Yeah, they're biting toenails.
What's that about your feet? What is this?
Here's more foot things. What
the hell?
What? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You thought I was fucking with you when I said he's got an obsession with kids' feet.
Pulling a bow with feet.
What? Why are there feet sticking out of that Halloween display from 2015? I don't.
That's what he does, man.
Oh god, What is this? What? Why are they? What? Foon Yi is a lady that both Shinji and Trina go to get their feet bleached. Trina called her the best foot bleacher in Beverly Hills. How is what that must be what's going on here? Foot bleaching.
Oh yeah, probably right.
There's another, but there.
We broke Neil.
No. I'm sorry, but this one was the weirdest one. This one is the weirdest one here.
What, the ketchup on the feet?
What is this?
Honestly,
shit?
for Nickelodeon, that's kind of normal.
What are they?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I that one's the one that concerns me the least, actually.
Oh dear God!
It's like old school Nickelodeon used to be all about like dousing kids in crap.
Yes, they had the slime.
Yeah,
but I'm pretty sure it wasn't ketchup flavored. It was green. It wasn't red, the color of blood.
Or ketchup.
Or ketchup. Mostly ketchup.
Well, I have a feeling this guy's going to be the first one to like get outed, and if that happens, it'll probably do the. It'll probably continue like more people will be outed after that. Uh, NSMP, I understand being into tits or feet or pretty faces or waistlines or hips or legs. But feet? Oh, tits or asses are pretty faces, but feet? Some people are into feet.
This is a scene that happened in the Big Show. This is
Yeah,
a thing.
like I
that has
wouldn't be
been on
bothered
TV.
by it so much if it wasn't, the feet of a bunch of little kids.
Oh dear God. You think we're deceptive now or spam? We're gonna get another video removed.
I don't think so.
Because I don't want my channel removed. I don't want to stream on mine. Mine's
Yeah,
for killing
well,
zombies.
Yeah, this is on your channel. So this is on my channel. So
Yeah,
if I get
I know.
if I get a strike for posting, Dan Schneider's weird ass foot fetish, then so be it.
Oh,
But
God.
no, this fat dude's a creep.
Oh God.
But I suspect like it's gonna be him, and then like he'll end up naming names, and it'll like go from there. That's usually how it goes. Like you bust one, and you get them to like talk really hard, and they just start like rattling off all the others. And I mean that's kind of what Trump's been doing with the all the busts for like the child trafficking and stuff. I'm pretty certain of it.
This is fucking weird. What is the point of this? I don't understand. This is what kids watch now?
Yeah, apparently. I don't know. No, my kid's gonna be watching this. Damn kid. NSMP does that cuckold film. Guy still work at Nickelodeon. I don't know if he does or not. I know exactly who you're talking about. The guy that wrote The Bell and the Bulldogs. Yeah. I don't know if he still works there or not. I don't know if I kind of want to look that up, and I kind of really don't at the same time. Let's see. Bill and the Bulldogs.
Why are there so many creepy people in Hollywood? Well, why can't Hollywood just be, make entertaining things?
Well, of course, a big reason why there's so many creeps in Hollywood, especially when it comes to pedophilia, is because it's an easy way to get access to kids.
Yeah, it's wherever you have kids, you're gonna have the creeps after them. That's just kind of the way it goes. That's why I guess the biggest thing with Hollywood, why it's so much more prominent, is because you got like these parents that want to see their kids become a star so bad they're willing to make them do anything.
Yeah, basically. I think the other reason why Hollywood has so many creeps is that on the whole, Hollywood just has a lot of power.
Yeah,
especially locally.
Let's see. It looks like Bill and the Bulldogs ended last year. It ran 2 seasons.
What the fuck is going on with this shit? Everyone, please stop watching stuff from Hollywood.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done with Hollywood, I think. I mean, I don't really watch much anyway because, kid and stuff, but.
This is just ridiculous.
Sorry to break you this way, Neil.
I am just annoyed. Highly, highly perturbed.
Billy Fighter, Nickelodeon didn't used to be like that. Nickelodeon used to be all right, but times have changed. I don't know. Maybe Nickelodeon was always like that, and you just don't remember it. But apparently, elsewhere, some Yeah, I was just reading over the chat real quick.
No.
Oh, those are both her feet. Okay, that's actually less weird. I thought it was like two different people's feet working that bow together.
No, they're both her feet. There's a GIF, but I didn't want to show it. I just wondering who actually writes this into an episode of a show.
Oh, apparently Nickelodeon got better on 94 to 96. Interesting, because that's actually when I started watching it.
That might be around when I trailed off. I don't know what the hell I watched when I was a kid. I remember Transformers and... Oh, no, I know what I watched. We're not getting into that again.
Oh, vampires.
No, not again.
Not again?
We're not talking about that again.
We'll have to do like a marathon of that and live stream it with Sefka there.
Maybe.
That sounds like an awesome time.
I don't know if I can take that show.
Yeah, because I watched Nickelodeon up until I think 97 or 98 before I switched to Cartoon Network exclusive. I don't even know what Drake and Josh is.
What the heck is Drake and Josh?
I don't know.
I remember Kenan and Kel.
Yeah, Kenan and Kel. It looks like that was Schneider's first real production.
Salami and orange soda everywhere.
Yeah, he'd started with all that, and then I think that was the first one they put him at the helm in.
Why all the salami?
Who knows? Why all the feet?
Well, I mean, that could be a fetish, but who has a fetish for salami?
Oh, I'm sure there's somebody.
What's our next topic, please?
Let me see. Do we even have any more topics?
Oh, don't let it end on the feet. Don't let it end
on the feet. Won't end on the feet. I got one. He will not divide us flag. Nearly incinerated with a flame drone.
Where did I had a video of that. Oh, I need to find it again.
Yeah, I figured we could kind of end this on a good note.
Oh, I need to actually.
I guess it wasn't actually incinerated. They weren't successful, but.
Oh, they certainly tried, though.
Oh yeah, and I hope they keep trying.
I'm guessing it's probably made out of something that's flame retardant, or just retarded in general.
And Shia's like, I got you. I was prepared for this exact thing.
But yeah, most flags have some flame retardant material on them. That's why you always see the people at left wing protests that try to set the American flag on fire, and they just can't.
They
or
can't.
The American flag that actually killed
themselves on fire by mistake.
There were protesters that were killed once by an American flag because they burned it and the fumes killed them.
Jesus.
We'll just play this in the background while we.
This will be fun.
Probably speed this up.
Oh yeah, it's like 6 minutes long. Yeah, let's double speed.
I'll speed it up. I turned my script off. Hold on. Let me
I was wondering what they were going to do with this flag because it looked like there was no way they were going to be able to get it. Look at it, it's like this little ball of fire just flying around it.
Okay, let's see if I can pull off 8x speed. Okay, that's going incredibly fast. We'll go to 4x.
Okay, yeah.
There you go.
It's really trying.
Yeah.
Like, man, it's really trying.
What I think they need, if it's ever going to catch, what they need is something like this, but like a hook or something that can hook to the top of the pole, and then they can like disconnect it and fly away, and let the fire just hang up from the top of the pole against the flag and see if it'll catch.
Mm. Honestly, if they're going to do that, they might as well just make a drone to steal the flag instead.
Yeah, I think that's probably a better move to actually steal the flag instead of
burn it
fire.
How would you get the flag off? There's a question. Can they make a drone that's precise enough? Because the problem here is that it's a dangling object. Some drones are very fine to control. Could they connect a pair of scissors, like industrial scissors or something, to a servo, to a drone, at the drone itself with a camera, and fly it in and cut it off?
Do you think that could be done?
Well, did they just hit it?
It might have.
Oh.
I was gonna say that wouldn't be a bad idea if it was plausible, but that would be kind of, because that would require some serious precision. Is the only issue I can see with that.
Yeah, there are drones with that level of precision, but they're not the most common things in the world.
Yeah, and you gotta keep in mind that, well, it's pole and pole can do anything. It's gonna be gonna be pretty difficult to do with like an amateur.
Did they arrest the guy who did it?
I don't know if they know who did it.
I see a video from Mundane Matt that has the flag and it has an almost bald guy's picture who looks unhappy, but I'm not going to click on it because it's Mundane Matt.
Right.
Fuck you, Mundane Matt.
Yeah. I didn't know you hated Mundane Matt.
I didn't. I do now.
You do now?
I stopped watching his stuff, and then I went back one day to watch something, and it was the most infuriatingly annoying thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
My issue with him is just always so like wishy-washy about everything. He's like, he never.
He's, except for if it's political. If it's political, he will literally say things that don't make sense. He will counter him. Like, he is extremely partisan. And thus, when I used to watch his stuff for quick summaries of stuff that was happening, but then the closer we got to the election with Trump, the more insane he got with his just doublethink and all sorts of crazy shit, and I just stopped.
Right. That makes sense. I honestly, I stopped watching him more because he was boring and because of the political stuff. I'd heard about that later. All right, so the flag's still there.
I just played his video on very high speed in the corner while I was doing something else because incessantly he would say the same. It would basically describe the news story like 3-4 times.
Yeah, and then just say the same shit over and over again for 17 minutes.
So if I was too busy to read shit, I just would go through a bunch of the shit on his channel. I mean, apparently you can do that with his video titles. But now he advertises in his video, so you can't block that.
Oh. Ew.
Ew, yes.
Well, the flag's still there. It's still going.
You have any plans on how it could be removed?
I like the scissor drone. Like, I'm cool with that. I don't know.
A rotating cutting implement would probably work better.
Actually, yeah. The problem is you don't really want to damage the pole, though. I mean, I know pole wouldn't care, but it's on top of some really important. Yeah, I know, but it's on top of some really important building. So,
yeah, it's actually on top of a church.
Is that a church?
Yeah, yeah. It's
Okay.
It's apparently like the biggest cathedral in where was it?
Whatever French city it's in.
Yeah, exactly.
It looks like a mosque when I first saw it. It's like, really? Did you put it on top of a mosque? Like, I mean, that's, Pole's gonna have a rough time getting in there.
I'm trying to think how they could get... Yeah, the only thing I think is a circular cutting implement.
Yeah. Yeah, attach like a Dremel to a drone.
Well, the Dremel will be too heavy, I think.
Maybe not.
quite minimalistic.
Oh, really, really little Dremel.
You also need a drone that has a live video feed and good
Oh,
controls. Because you would fly it up there and then you'd very lightly cut the thing off. You'd have to get a good view of the roof though, also to see if it would actually come down properly. And also, it would be kind of hard to cut unless it was a windy day. But then the wind would be blowing your drone too. So
Yeah, there's a lot of issues there. Well, if it's on like a rope though, it doesn't look like it is though. It looks like it's actually attached to the pole. When I saw it,
they could also just cut the flag itself.
that might actually be the better way to go.
I mean,
with the circular saw.
It's something. Not a circular saw is too heavy. You'd need something. The problem is that anything you could lift with the drone is not very powerful.
Mm.
So it's kind of hard to cut it down. Like if you tried to use something that was like was going to catch it, you just flip your drone right out of the air when it caught, or it wouldn't have the power to spin it once it caught it, and you get stuck. But if you, this is a tough one. This is a tough one.
I'm kind of disappointed Pole hasn't figured it out already. Although the torch is pretty clever.
If they can get a hold of a high-powered laser, they might be able to melt it or light it on fire remotely. But that type of laser would be restricted to a way, like private consumers wouldn't be able to have one. They'd have to get one from a lab.
Actually, can.
No, but they're in Europe, remember?
Oh, right.
Europe is extremely restricted. In fact, the person who flew the drone probably broke a few federal regulations.
Probably, but it's Pole, so he doesn't give a shit. Yeah, because I was just saying, because I know you can get some pretty high-powered lasers, like commercially. It's kind of nice. They're pricey, but you can do it.
Okay, that's an idea. Removing the text. Painting over it. That's a really good idea, because you can't. It could be woven in or attached very strictly, but painting over it with just white to make it a white flag. That's beautiful.
That would be pretty funny.
That is absolutely beautiful, actually. The problem with that is that it's probably you don't want paint dripping. You probably don't want paint dripping on the roof below because of it being a valuable thing. So, yeah. And spray paint's kind of heavy, because I would suggest attaching spray paint to a drone to fly up there and then spray it like a little spurts at a time. But spray paint's kind of heavy when it's in the can, so even if you emptied most of the can before you did it, there's still a lot of can weight there. But you might be able to get a small spray paint or something. The problem is that you need the flag kind of hanging out, but in that situation you're in high wind. So if you tried to spray paint it in high wind, assuming you could get the drone to actually stay in place in that wind, which would be very hard, the paint cloud would just kind of go another direction.
Turbo Furble says napalm ball on a stick is best, which is like making me think of this as like a besiege scenario now. It's like you destroy, capture the flag up there, and you have to like build like a besiege machine.
I can see it now. They just get a really long telescoping pole and put a torch on the end of it, and they just start speeding it up there. The problem is that the weight over that distance would break it down. This is a tough one. He's purposely put it somewhere too high to get to it from another roof, I think, too.
Yeah, it's too high to get from another roof, and then on top of that, it's like it's an important building, so there's going to be security there without, it just being the general security of a hotel.
Even if all you do is you wrap a rope around the pole in such a way that it prevents the flag from flying and it just bundles it up against the pole, I'd consider that some level of success.
Yeah.
Because no one can read the flag then.
I would consider it a half-assed success, but...
Well, yeah, but you basically... Oh, that's an interesting idea. But yeah, you basically bother them, and then they have to keep fixing it, But then again, unless we get another... Someone needs to figure out what this flag is made out of. It might be made the same way as the one that was captured. So the person who captured the flag should probably figure out what it's made out of and figure out what is required to damage it. Because he's got to be making these flags the same way, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
It's hard
I
for
mean,
there.
I don't think he'll make another flag until a different way until this one's been destroyed through. What if it's synthetic? Oh. Okay. Different materials can be destroyed by different things. We know acids and bases. There's also other chemical reactions that can occur with different synthetic materials and natural materials and so on. If you figure out what the flag is made out of, you might be able to spray it with a chemical that will simply destroy the flag and nothing else.
Ooh.
It's not super likely, but it's possible, and it is worth checking into. There's only a small subset of things that will react in this fashion, but you might find something.
Interesting.
Another option is to spray the thing down with atomic sodium, but and then wait for it to rain. But that could light the building on fire.
Yeah, like we don't want to endorse arson here.
The flag would also probably explode.
Like,
Also, good luck actually spraying atomic sodium on anything.
Yeah. Or even acquiring it for that matter.
Oh, that's not hard.
Hmm.
It's just a chemical supply. It comes as it's a solid, and it comes in a bottle of oil, so it's not exposed to air because of the moisture in the air. Oh, that's the other problem, the moisture in the air.
Divide to Akbar. NSP in the chat. NSNP in the chat.
I'm trying to. How would you destroy this flag?
Should see if Paul's got any more ideas on it.
I'm saying look for a chemical interaction as the first option. Actually, what am I doing? He will not divide us. I almost wonder if he named. Oh, I can't spell. I almost wondered if he named the thing after the website. Like he got the name for the website first. Doesn't it seem like he would have? Because there's a .us. Oh, it's dark.
Is it .us? I didn't think it was.
He will not divide .us.
Oh.
I'm trying to see if the letters are on top of it or I can't tell. What do you think? Well, actually, let me pull it up. Let me show it. There it is. Or better yet, let me put it in the theater.
Oh, the flag.
Oh, aside from being a pixely mess, what is holding that on? I can't even tell what's holding that on there.
So that's the thing. It kind of looks like it's attached to the pole.
Yeah, like if you look, there appears to be. Oh shit! That's the wrong button.
Like it doesn't look like it's attached to like a rope or anything. It looks like it's directly like
right here. There appears to be something that goes up, and then it terminates right here. It looks like it could be like on a stick, and then that's lashed on. Maybe I don't know. If it was a stick, you might be able to light the stick on fire.
Right.
But what you need is reconnaissance to figure out exactly how this is attached and possibly what it's made out of. Because that could be the key. You might need a chemist. I, however, am not going to directly help because I will not be arrested for any of this. Holy shit, Shia, your stream is garbage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, it's also dark because it's like, middle of the night in France.
Yeah, but he's freezing.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's, French internet. Oh.
Honestly, I missed the original season of You'll Not Divide Us.
Oh, with the camera? That was so fun.
With the camera. That was great.
That was great.
The camera just wasn't as good, too. The second camera kind of sucked.
The second camera sucked, but he had to get rid of that because of the neighborhood. That wasn't even Pole's doing. Like the one in Albuquerque or whatever. He put it in like a bad part of town, and like people were getting shot near it.
Yeah.
It's like there was gunfire at the "He Will Not Divide Us" thing. At first, I thought, really, Pole? You're gonna go shooting at it? Like, oh no, that wasn't Pole. That was just the local ruffians.
The local fauna.
Yeah, local fauna. Like, oh, okay. So Shia fucked that one up. Like, Pole had nothing to do with that.
So, what to do about the flag?
Billy Fighter says put a fidget spinner with blades on it.
No, we're trying to destroy the flag, not destroy the entire building.
That could work.
Oh no, the mouth is opening on its own again. What the fuck? And I said it and it stopped. That's how this works. I should try muting myself and saying that and see if it stops.
There are like holes in you and Stevens the same way again.
Ugh.
I didn't know that we have any other topics.
Well, I have one.
Oh, good.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, Catalonia tried to declare independence, and Spain, basically in response, took over the region.
Oh,
I expected that. So when does the combat start?
oh boy.
I doubt there's going to be much in the way of combat, just because Catalonia doesn't really have any military.
Yeah, it's a bunch of commies over there. You know, that's the thing with Catalonia. Like, I'm kind of like mixed on that because usually I'm very okay with like, okay, countries balkanizing, that's cool. But by what I gathered from the whole Catalonia thing, it's like those Catalonia is kind of like San Francisco in that regard, where it's like all the leftists like caused all the problems for the rest of the country.
They
And now
also
it's
have a
like,
chunk of money there.
yeah, it's like they pretty much like caused the rest of the country to go broke, and now they want to break away because the rest of the country's broke.
Yeah.
Really?
And it's like, nah, dude, no, like that's not cool. Like,
Well, I have to. If the Constitution doesn't allow for them to do this, shouldn't they first attempt a reformation of the Constitution? You know, if that fails, then do this. You know.
Oh, because they don't have the votes in the Spanish Parliament.
yeah,
And the rest of Spain's not going to go along with it. So.
Oh, I know, but you should still put it. You should still try. You should still propose it and show that you're being prevented from even doing that. You know, because you have to try to do everything as above board as possible. Or there's going to be some people who look at this and go, "Well, fucker, your Constitution doesn't allow you to do that."
Yeah, I'd say that generally that Catalonia is just not going to be leaving Spain.
probably not.
Yeah,
I didn't think it would.
Yeah, because you have to realize that, of course, it's one of the richer regions of Spain as far as bringing in tax money, and the other big thing is it's one of the natural regions that's essentially a defensive border against France.
What they'll like if I was them and I wanted to end this thing, but I wanted to not give in any way whatsoever, which is already cutting off many options, I would let's see, break up Catalonia into smaller sections and associate them with neighboring regions. Remove Catalonia as an actual place.
That's kind of difficult though, because the Catalonians are kind of like, I don't want to say they're an ethnic group, but
they continue to operate as such. But the borders,
they're kind of a distinct group of like.
Because what are they doing? They're trying to impose national rule because it's part of the nation. Well, if it's part of the nation and you don't want to give any ground whatsoever, or that only leaves you with the option of force. Right?
Mm.
So, as part of that force, just to speak from the most aggressive standpoint here, I'm already creating a contrived situation because I'm removing all other options. You would want to break the identity they had nationally, because that's what the basis is for their rallying, isn't it?
I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
So one of the first things to do would be to break it up, and associate it with other places.
I think that
On
I
paper,
get the sense that's what they're probably actually going to be doing, at least to some degree.
That's
They've
probably what
already
they want to
removed.
do.
basically,
Yeah,
make it so Catalonia doesn't exist on a map anymore.
Well, the Spanish have already removed their autonomy within Spain itself.
The problem is, it's like it's still a cultural group. I guess is
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So
It obviously wouldn't solve everything.
it would be like
course.
breaking a state up and giving it to a bunch of other states and expecting them to not maintain the identity of their old state. I don't know that it would work too well. And with like the U.S., that's not even as good an analogy because I don't think people are quite as loyal to their states here as they would be in, when they have like thousands of years of tradition.
Except for maybe Texas.
Except for Texas, yeah. Texas would be a good example. If you like tried to break up Texas and like give it like part of it to like Arizona, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Louisiana, or whatever, and then they're just like, no, we're Texans. Like, I don't know that it would work too well.
Basically, I just expect to see a whole bunch of the local Catalonians and the Spanish National Police going at it a lot.
Yeah, probably. It's weird because like the EU doesn't really know which side to take. Like it's like it like wants to take the Spanish side, but at the same time doesn't want to look like a bunch of fascists.
Well, actually, the president of the EU, Donald Tusk, has already come out for
pro
Spain.
Catalonia. Oh,
No,
for Spain.
Spain.
Okay, yeah.
As has Donald Trump.
Really? I didn't
Yep.
know that. Interesting.
As well as basically France, Portugal, Germany, the UK. So basically, everyone who matters in this have already come out for Spanish integrity.
I know. There was a guy who wanted to get on here. What is this?
We have other things to adjust now. What?
Oh, I'm just reading this. Like, this is a.
Look, Alabama needs some coastline. It shouldn't just be Mobile, I think. We need more coastline. Give us the Panhandle.
If you're gonna have a panhandle, why not commit to it? I love that. It's like align to grid. This is really funny. Fix this thing. straight into fix survey errors. Enlarge Rhode Island and Delaware. I always thought that like Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island should just be one big square state. Clean up. Yes. This should be Wisconsin. Yes. I can't. The thing, I can't argue with any of this. Like, line to grid. Let's be honest. This should be Canada too. This is an XKCD, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, this is really funny. Good curve, keep.
Yeah, I was in New Jersey. It was a mess. The north of New Jersey was a garden of smokestacks. The south was a garden of pine needles.
Ew. Ew, both. New Jersey's the Garden State, right?
Yeah,
Well, that explains a lot.
there are gardens, but they're like kind of like in the middle of the north.
Hmm.
If you go too far to the northeast, you end up on Jersey Shore.
Ew.
They're all orange. They're all Donald Trump there. Just hilarious because they think they're from New York.
That is really funny.
It all fits. I don't know much about Alabama other than people say God bless a lot and y'all.
It's Southern state, you know.
There's so much y'all down here.
Yeah, I believe that.
Oh well, back to Catalonia. What Photoshop can we do to their borders?
Oh, I don't even know.
I'm actually a little bit annoyed that when I bring up a Google map for Catalonia, it doesn't like tell me the other regions automatically. It just marks Catalonia and then makes it disappear when I say that because fuck me.
For a regional map of Spain?
Yeah,
So-
because I'm trying to figure out what regions you would give Catalonia to.
See, that's the other thing too, is I don't know if those regions would want Catalonia.
Why isn't it full of money?
Well, yeah, but again, you're talking about there's trying to think the best way to, like, a lot of background and ethnicity.
Well, is this
involved
like
in
when
the
all the
different
people from
regions.
California moved to Texas and fuck up Texas?
Kind of.
Stop fucking up Texas.
Okay, here's one. Actually, here's an even better one.
Great. How are you
All
gonna
right.
send it to me?
Yeah, I gotta figure out how to send it to you on a. I hope this works. I'll try
Everybody,
to drop it.
brace yourselves. Brace yourselves.
Yeah.
It worked.
Okay. There you go.
Oh wow, you gave me a Google search URL, you son of a bitch.
I'm sorry. Like I said, I hope this works.
You literally just gave me the search page for Spain regional map.
Sorry. Okay, give me a second. I'll try it again. Okay.
I'll pull one up.
No, you know what? I got it this time. I got it for real. So don't bite my. So you have to put up with. All right, there. Better.
Yeah, let me look at that one.
Okay.
That one's more detailed than the one I have. But oh yeah, okay, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that Catalonia is this whole big orange thing in the northeast.
Yeah.
See, between the two maps, you can see. Wow, apparently more of it goes into France than I thought. Well, you see, maybe they can like give Lydia, and Girona to Aragon, and they can give Tarragona in Barcelona to Valican.
See, the thing is, though, the Aragonese, I don't think are going to want Catalonian shit, and I don't know the Valencians are going to want it either.
Hey, you get to control a portion of their land.
Yeah, but like I said, I don't think the Aragonese culture is going to want to mix with the Catalonian culture. Is what I'm saying.
Look, I'm not even screwing up the sizes because
I'm just saying
Castellet and Andalusia are already about that big.
the Spanish people. They're like, I mean, I don't know.
They're just
quite
Spanish.
as well. But there's a lot of tribal in groups in there.
Yeah, just give it all to Aragon. There we go, and just give them control of it. That'll work. These places sound like fantasy locations. Aragon, Castilla.
Aragon, yeah,
I like
yeah,
Murica.
Aragon and Castile.
Murica is great. Murica.
America, yeah,
Just Murica.
America. Oh yeah, down there. Yeah, no, Aragon and Castile, they used to be two separate kingdoms, and then Ferdinand and Isabella, they got married and united into Spain, and they kicked the Muslims out of Andalusia.
Yep.
Well, that probably saved them some issues in the long run.
Oh yeah, Ferdinand did nothing wrong.
The other place that used to be an independent
But yeah,
kingdom was
Yeah,
Navarre.
that was like the unifying force of Spain was the dynastic union of Aragon and Castile.
I don't know. I don't understand these foreign countries. That's okay. It could be like the United States, where all of our states are supposed to be like, mostly autonomous, but then a bunch of them tried to leave, so we shot the living crap out of them and changed everything.
Cut them out and put them next. I'm reading the chat. Restore the kingdom of Aragon. Voxday is where? Yeah, I thought Voxday lived in Italy also. Cut them out and put them next to Morocco.
Well, we do need to get rid of California too, so maybe we can just take both of them and put them next to each other somehow.
It's the Catalonians. They're kind of like the French version of Spanish.
Yeah. Basically, what you have to do is take Catalonia, take California, and send them over to North Korea.
Castilla is down here, guys. It's in the middle. It's the green thing. Chat. See Castilla, La Mancha? Wait, La Mancha?
Yeah, Castilla, La Mancha, and then you have Castilla, Leon. We're two separate regions. Yeah.
Ah. So that's where the guy got really drunk and fought with Mills.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the whole story takes place in Spain.
Well, I knew that, but I didn't know what part of Spain.
Pretty much all of it. At one point, he fights like a Basque dude. That was the first time I'd ever heard of him.
I like how this one over here is extreme Madura. Where is extreme Madura? Where is centrist Madura?
Oh. And then Navarre, that used to be its own country too.
Of course it did. Dirty Spain.
Yeah, that was the
Spaniards just took everything.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here with a knife just cutting out the country. This is not good. Last time I did this, bad things almost happened. Extremadura is pretty much like Wyoming.
Really?
Okay. That's what the chat says.
Oh. Extremadura is pretty much like Wyoming. I believe that.
Oh dear. Last time I sat here and cut up a map, I was planning actual world domination. I had strange hobbies with my friends.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like it. Apparently there's everything in Ohio is named after something else that is much cooler than the Ohio version.
Look, we named our entire continent apparently partially after, I guess, this thing.
Actually, the truth is even more sad than that.
I was joking, but what's the truth?
The truth, it was named after an Italian map maker, and they spelled his name wrong.
Okay.
Like, no, it was Amerigo Vespucci. He was like a map maker, and he drew like a lot of maps of like the New World. Not even really all that good ones, but since it was just kind of a big open continent there, he would sign his name inside of it, and so people just started calling it America because they saw his name inside the continent and it stuck.
That's astounding.
I'm not even kidding.
That is absolutely astounding.
Yeah.
Can I do
it's a situation where you have to call it something. So
Yeah, it's like I'm not even kidding. Like you can look that up and confirm yourself.
America is a corruption of a mapmaker's name who signed his work within the empty contents of the country.
Yep.
Wow.
The more you know. See, kids, y'all learned something today.
I don't know what to think about this Catalonia thing.
Well,
Other than I would prefer that they had at least made a few more steps in the process, like attempting to change the constitution to make it legal. But then again, what the fuck was Spain doing? Spain going around with weapons and things that are banned in Catalonia. Of course, they're not banned for the Spanish feds, but going around beating people, breaking eye sockets, taking ballot boxes. Who gives a
oh
fuck
yeah,
if they
Spain
vote and
fucked
it
up
doesn't?
on that.
Yeah, who cares if they vote and it doesn't mean anything and it's a legal vote? Just let them vote. They can vote for whatever the hell they want. It's not binding unless the law says it is.
Well, even if it's not binding, it's still if they do a vote and they vote to successfully leave, and Spain says no, it looks really bad on Spain. Of course, it also looks really bad on Spain when you go and you bash their eye sockets. And
the only people who voted were the people who really, 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 really wanted to vote, which are mostly the people who wanted to leave.
Yeah.
What was it, like 90% of the 40% who voted? 90% of the 40% who managed to vote said they wanted to leave, or something.
Something like that.
So that means
this is a normal day in Spain.
60% whose opinions are unknown.
Mm-hmm.
And that Spain is retarded. Like what they should have done is they should have said, "Oh, you want to vote about that? Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't mean anything, but if you want to take an opinion poll, go ahead." Because what is it? It's an opinion.
There was
It's just a federal census of opinion.
See if this is still a thing. Catalonia. Wiki. Like on a Wikipedia thing, somebody showed a screenshot of this. I don't know if it was real or not.
Oh,
but it said like
how long the Catalonian independence lasted?
Yeah,
that was
like
correct.
6 minutes.
Less, I thought.
Something like that.
It was correct.
Oh, it was like 2 minutes or something.
It was
it was 8 seconds.
It was 8 seconds.
That's right. I know that whatever it was, they had to correct it to make it shorter. It was correct. They declared independence, but then they also put it on hold.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is why they were independent for like 8 seconds. That's what happened. It's an actual fact. It is actually on Wikipedia. It will eventually be inside of other encyclopedias. Catalonia was independent for 6 to 8 seconds.
I gotta find that because somebody actually like posted a thing and said retweet if you've gone longer than Catalonia's been an independent country.
Hold on, I'll just bring it up. I bet it's just right there on the Wikipedia page. Let's just do it right here. Let's see. Catalonia. Okay. Catalonia. Where is that independence movement? Wow, that's been going since 2014. Interesting. Oh, that's an interesting geography.
I couldn't find the thing on it. 11 seconds, apparently. That's what Mookie's saying.
Okay, yada, yada, yada.
Puerto Rico wants to be independent. Let them go.
Demographics, population. Wow, there's a lot of Orthodox. Or no, I'm sorry, Catholic Church.
That's Catholic. Yeah.
They used two different purples. It threw me off.
That's actually really surprising that there's that much atheists. There's no shock whatsoever at the amount of Catholics in Spain.
There need to be less atheists and more agnostics, in my opinion. You don't know. You don't know, dumbasses. I don't see it.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
Okay, how long was it?
It was 11 seconds, apparently.
Because I bet you if I search for Catalonia, I'm gonna have to pull this off actually. Catalonia, wiki.
You might have to look up, like,
11 seconds.
what is it, Republic of Catalonia or something like that?
Catalonian independence has an article.
There we are.
Here it is. And what's the? Oh, there's so many graphs. So many graphs.
It's all the pulling shit.
I don't see it though. Where is this thing? I want to laugh.
Spain, a great center of Buddhism.
I want to laugh, please. I want to laugh.
I'm actually disappointed at the sheer amount of atheists there are in Catalonia. Like, that was like 1/8 of the population. 1/4 if you count the agnostics, too.
Well, they're a bunch of socialists. What do you expect?
Oh, yeah, I guess it's true.
I am bothered that I can't find this hilarious table.
I guess when I see, demographics of Spain, I just expect it to be like, 98% Catholic and, 2% other.
Oh, I was so angry. Angry.
Yeah, I don't know where it is. There's like a whole bunch of different pages on it.
Oh, good God. 92.01% yes. 7.99% no. That's... Turnout, 43%. So in other words, the turnout was less than half, which means that this could be completely inverted by having everyone vote.
Oh, yeah. Mookie says, Buddhists are the only ones who beat up Muslims. What was the Reconquista? I'm just trying to find this 11-second thing.
I want to laugh really hard. I can't find it.
Look up Catalan Republic 2017. It's right there.
I think the article you're looking for is the list of shortest lived sovereign states.
Oh, let's try that.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing.
ID recognized, limited recognized, and no recognition. I like how...
No recognition.
Oh, it says they lasted 9 whole hours on this one.
Yeah, but that's from 1934.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the first time we tried it. Crimea.
But yeah, I think this is the article that actually had it. Though obviously it's been... Yep, they removed it.
Those assholes. It was correct. It should be there.
Well, wiki is no fun allowed, so...
Sources for Catalonia lasting a few seconds. It's about proclaimed states, so it doesn't count. Hold on. No, it does count. Virtually every single news outlet in the world describes the event as declaring independence, and after a few seconds of independence having been proclaimed, suspending it. Yes. As per the articles, talking about it lasting 8 seconds. Yeah, this person's like outlining all the reasons why this does belong here. And of course, Wikipedia is like, no, because it doesn't, we don't like it.
Yeah.
I think I just found the greatest states. It's called the Great Republic of Rough and Ready.
Really? That was awesome. Is it on here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's here. It was in the United States. It lasted for a whole 88 days.
Really?
It was the town that seceded from the Union in 1850.
1850.
Because it didn't want to pay mining taxes.
Good for them.
Oh, the best part is, want to know how they rejoined?
How's that?
They voted to rejoin.
They voted to rejoin? Wow.
That's amazing. Oh, democracy.
88 days. Rough and
Oh,
ready.
it's in California too.
Oh, okay. That
Well,
explains a
this
lot,
was back when
actually.
California was well, I
This
can't even say red because it wasn't back then. That's a modern construction.
This is back when California was barely a thing. Like,
I like when I click on the map, it disappears because they've actually put the point on the preview here. So when you click on it, it goes away because they're too dumb.
the Great Republic of Rough and Ready.
Oh God, that sounds like you bring that back today for a completely different reason.
Yeah.
It sounds
hilarious.
like it sounds like what San Francisco would name itself.
It sounds like what would happen if a bunch of gay
Very
pride
different.
people took an island and seceded.
I'd be okay with that. They have their own little Rough and Ready island.
I love the fact that they rejoined by their own voting. It's just amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Rough and Ready.
They're actually called Rough and Ready. That's the name of the town.
Yeah. Population was 963.
I find it odd though that there's barely a mention of the unrecognized state. That's not an unrecognized state though, because they seceded from the Union. They didn't split. They didn't secede from California.
Yeah.
This is weird.
So do we want to go ahead and call it here? I think we've
Yeah, or I'm going to start looking up
Yeah.
things like the state of Mesquite.
all right. Well, I want to thank the chat for joining us while we just kind of winged it.
Republic
you
of
guys are
West
awesome.
Florida.
Nice.
Sorry.
It's just the panhandle. You guys have been great as always. Thank you for joining us while we just rambled on about shit. And I'll catch you all next week, and maybe we'll have some topics. And till then, adios.
Oh, I have to hit stop.
Yeah, Neil's in charge.
Yeah.
Neil's the one that gets to hit the button, and therefore Neil gets to say the last word.